Southern California is in flames. About a dozen separate wildfires are burning out of control from Santa Barbara all the way south to San Diego. More than 100,000 acres have been charred already. One person is dead, dozens have been injured, and thousands of homes are now in jeopardy. Hi, everyone. I'm Heather Nauert, and we're covering the big story tonight from many angles.
I'm John Gibson. Gusting, dry, and hot Santa Ana winds are fanning these ferocious fires. Several new wildfires broke out this morning in San Diego County. Get this, 250,000 people were forced to evacuate. A state of emergency has been declared in 7 Southern California counties. Today, Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger got a first-hand look at some of the damage caused by the Malibu fire before heading down to San Diego County.
We are stretched to the limit when it comes to the resources. We've been asking neighboring states to ask for help to get some of the resources and some of the fire engines and also airplanes and stuff like that. We've asked the federal government for help and to release some of the troops. So we need as much help as possible.
Fox's Jonathan Hunt live on the scene in Malibu. Also with us is acting Malibu Mayor Pamela Connolly-Ulich. But first, let's get the latest from Jonathan. Jonathan, what's happening now?
John, it is still a very, very tough situation indeed. The heroic work of firefighters tamping down some of the blazes that are breaking up all along the Malibu coastline and up into the canyons and hills. But it is a tough battle for them. These Santa Ana winds still blowing fiercely. I want to take you up to the hill behind me right now, where you can see the helicopter activity there, trying desperately to douse a fierce fire that has broken out on that hillside. And that wall of smoke you can see there is obscuring a couple of multi-million-dollar properties that these firefighters are now battling to save, John. And that is a scene that is being repeated right across Malibu, particularly up in the hillsides right now. Yesterday, we saw flames going all the way down to some of those exclusive multi-million-dollar beachfront homes. Today, the main battle is in the hills above Malibu, but still there is a lot of very valuable property here, a lot of property that these firefighters are doing everything they can to save. We witnessed up close earlier the battle jumping the road and getting onto a house very near us here. It was a very difficult task for them. They literally parked their truck right between the flames and the house. Ultimately, they were successful. But these firefighters, John, have now been at it for some 36 hours here in Malibu. They're exhausted. This is an ongoing battle, and all of these flames right across Malibu and indeed across Southern California are being fanned by these warm Santa Ana winds. And according to the forecasters, we are going to have those winds gusting here for at least another 24 hours. That is bad news for the firefighters. It is bad news for the residents of Malibu, and it is indeed bad news for everyone in Southern California tonight. John?
All right, Jonathan Hunt, we'll be getting back to you later. Thank you very much.
Pamela Connolly-Ulich, one question we have for you is that how many days are you expecting this to go on, and how many homes are being affected?
Right now, there's the winds. This will go on as long as the winds keep up. The forecast is it's going to go through tomorrow. As you can see, it's still gusting. The firefighters are still out here. There's some embers behind me. It's still burning in the hills here. So only Mother Nature is going to know when it's going to be over. I don't know at this time. Just stay tuned and let's hope the winds die and we can contain the fire.
Jonathan Hunt just mentioned, our reporter there just mentioned that firefighters are exhausted. They've been going at this all weekend, and it appears that there's no end in sight. Do you feel that you have enough men on the ground to fight the fires, protect the homes, and safely evacuate your residents?
Well, we have approximately 1,400 firefighters here. I was told that the firefighters are getting tired. I hope the winds will cooperate with us. They'll die down to give them a chance to recoup. Right now we have a lot of helicopters that are flying. We have some Phos-Chek being spread, which is a type of substance that will help stop the fire. So that's really helped the firefighters. We just hope that the winds will die down to give everyone a rest. I'm hopeful. There's some homes that were lost. There's the church. And a lot of people in Malibu have been affected by these losses. Any home gone is hurts all of us, and the homes in Canyon Country too. I understand that they've lost over 25 homes there. A person, as you said, has been killed, and it's just a tragedy all over the state.
Mayor, we're looking at
praying and
live
hoping.
pictures from Lake Arrowhead, fires up there as well as in your neighborhood in Malibu. And when we looked at you a moment ago, I could see your hair being whipped around by this wind, that it's still driving the fires. Is this sneaking up on people, or people getting enough of a warning that it's time to get out, that they're able to evacuate in an orderly manner?
Yeah, since yesterday morning, I've been telling people just plan and be prepared. People I know have packed, they're ready to go in case the fire trucks, you start hearing them and the sheriffs will come, they will tell you it's time to evacuate. I think most of the people have been through this several times. We're prepared and we're just ready to go. The most important thing is the people, not the homes. It's about the people. And in Malibu today, knock on wood, no one's been injured. So we'll just hope to keep it that way. And I think everyone's prepared. Unfortunately, the winds are unpredictable, so everyone, everywhere in Malibu should really be prepared to move if you have to move. Tonight, we're going to face it again in the darkness, and that's really scary when you see the fires ripping up over these ridges. You don't know how long you're going to have. But I think people will be able to hear the sirens. They'll know. They'll give them adequate time to escape and just get out. That's the most important thing, is take each other and just go.
Mary, as you know, when you're talking to us, we're broadcast all around the country, if not the world. There are a lot of people looking at this and say, gee, I've seen fires in Malibu before. Are these people going to come back and rebuild in a place where they could one day face this same thing again?
Well, I've always been saying it's a paradise, but it's not without peril. And I think you take the beauty, the natural beauty, the rural beauty, thank you, and it's the risk. Is it worth it? For some people it is, for others it may not be. It's really a personal decision, but when you are out here, I mean, we get 14 million visitors a year. It's a great place to see the ocean, the dolphins, the whales. You can see the beauty that's here, so a lot of people do risk something in order to live here, and that goes with the territory. It's kind of like being out in the Old West.
Pamela Conley-Ulick, thank you and good.
Lines to get into their homes. While people were being evacuated, the flames were coming down really close to the houses. No structures were burned during this time. It was pretty much mopped up around 3:30 by the time I left, and everything was cool then. It was a scary time. People were just running around.